Skender-Newton I started working with because of Stephanie. I had been introduced to her several months before because I had been starting to think about selling my home, and I was referred to her to ask questions. And when I reached out to her, she actually worked for a different realty company at the time. But I wasn't ready to sell yet. We weren't financially in a position to do that. So when we were, I reached out to her and I said, I think we're ready. And she told me, she said, Lisa, I will not list your home until you have somewhere else to go because this market is so hot right now. She goes, your house will sell and it'll sell quick. I bought this house through Habitat, and this was my first time actually buying a house through conventional methods, and I wasn't even sure how to do it. She put me in contact with the lender over at Wilson Bank. The next day we had financing in place, we had a house that we had in mind, and we had made an offer on it. I contacted her on Thursday. By Saturday we made an offer on it and we were under contract with that house. And so I texted her on Saturday, I said, okay, so I think I'm ready to sell my house now. Monday she came over to the house, we put together a plan, we decided when we were gonna list it. So that's how I started working with Skender-Newton, was, just basically with Stephanie. But even though she's new with Skender-Newton, I feel like she did an excellent job of representing the company as far as, everybody else that I met through here. She's definitely an asset, and everybody else with Skender-Newton was wonderful to work with as well. Stephanie did a great job about answering all of my questions. She was very accessible, probably one of my favorite things about working with her. I could shoot her a text message at any time, and she'd either call me right back or let me know when she could, and she would answer my questions very, very clearly. She'd give me more information than what I needed. And then if there was something that we needed to follow up on because she didn't know, she was always great about making sure to do that. I kind of had a price in my head, which was actually a little bit lower than what Stephanie ended up with. And she very clearly explained why we were gonna go with this price, why it was the best price, and totally trusted her. I'm like, well, this is what you do every day. Communication with Skender-Newton as a whole was fantastic. I have had dogs at the house, so they made sure to double check, hey, is this good? Are you gonna be okay with that? And there was a couple showings that I had to say, I need 30 minutes to let the dogs out, but we were able to move it and schedule it a little later. So the communication was great. It really felt like I was working with people that I'd known for forever. I was very satisfied with the results. We sold my house, I believe it was a little over $10,000 over asking. So I was extremely happy with that. The process was easy. I absolutely would recommend Skender-Newton, Stephanie specifically, because she was just wonderful to work with. But Skender-Newton as a whole, I would recommend to anybody, and actually have to about 3 people right now.